What is up, y'all? It's me, Brian, with HappyThumbsGaming, and we're back with more LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This is level 15, The High Ground Story. We are going to unlock a trophy / achievement, depending on which platform you're playing on, for completing Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. For doing that, we're also going to get a Kyber brick for just simply completing the level, and we also hit that True Jedi Silver Stud status and get another one as well. So we don't get the True Jedi completed, but we get that first step done did. All right, here we are, picking up right where we left off. We're going to go ahead and work our way towards Padme's residence. And on the way down there, we notice that we've got some of those clone troopers out here fighting us, and we're going to run right by them, but of course, got to get them all. We got to grab a few studs along the way. So, need a taxi? Just ask me. We'll hop in and head to the East Apartment District. I'm not sure we've been over there yet, so fun stuff. We'll go ahead and arrive and hop out and run towards the old GPS waypoint markers. Now, ooh, a little blip there. We have been holding back our excitement for the next episode. We really enjoy the second trilogy, and in fact, as I've mentioned before, I sort of grew up on those, had the VHS tapes and stuff. That's right, I said VHS tapes. But you know, I'm really excited to see how they interpret all of that. Andor, speeder bikes, blah blah blah. I can't wait. We'll go ahead and hop into the Blue Halo and into a cutscene we go.
Padme, do you know where Anakin is?
No.
Palpatine is the Sith Lord we've been looking for. Anakin became his new apprentice.
I don't believe you.
I must find him.
There is still good in him. I know it. Anakin told me he was going to Mustafar. We need to find him before Obi-Wan.
Dan.
All right, so you heard the gal. We got to make our way over to Mustafa. I don't know where that is. We'll have to hit up Google Maps for that. In fact, we're going to follow our GPS waypoint markers all the way down and over to the launch pad. And once we get over there, we're going to hop in. It's going to cue another just real quick cutscene that may or may not reveal that we might have accumulated a stowaway. We'll see about that in a hot second here. I do believe there's another one of those instances of two I guess blue halos. One of them's green, though. Is that something else that I'm not aware of? Is that like a mission type that spawned and has never been there before? As I take a glance over there. Hop into the blue halo and, oh, stowaway. All right, as you saw there, someone snuck on board there, and we have found ourselves in a space battle. Now, it is optional. We don't have to do this right now, but I figured why not? We're all here. It loads for all of us. Let's go ahead and knock these guys out of the galaxy, like quite literally. And again, it's just that bar up top. There is a certain amount of baddies. You got to relieve them of their duties. That's right, deplete their meters is what I'm getting at here. And it should eventually lean towards one side. Now, each time I take out a baddie, they take out one of our goodies, and it's kind of evening out the playing grounds. So I'm going to start shooting my, I believe they're proton torpedoes. Oh, look at that. It says on the screen right there, so you can't tell me I'm wrong. So I'll start locking on and launching those to take them down in a little bit more rapid succession. And look at that. We officially won. Galactic Republic wins. We are the best. Ha. That's right. Galactic Republic rules, and the Empire drools, I believe is how you say it. And on that note, next stop, Mustafar. That's right. Pull up your galaxy map and choose the Mustafar planet. And I'm probably saying that wrong. I'll probably get ridiculed in the comments by one of yous. It's happened a time or two so far. Anyways, look at that. We've got the high ground. There's a couple of other options here. In fact, even a Kyber comet. But I'm just going to double tap the boost button for us. You got to double tap and then hold X. For you guys, it may be A or some other button, depending on the platform. But go ahead and zoom into that blue halo and choose the high ground. And it's going to go ahead and fly us from the high ground down to the low ground, sort of a thing. And once we get a little bit lower, it's going to kick us into a quite amazing cutscene. Make sure you check out Anakin's moves.
The Separatists have been taken care of, my master. It is finished, then.
What are you doing out here?
I was so worried about you. Obi-Wan said you had turned to the dark side?
I have brought peace to the Republic. Together, you and I can rule the galaxy.
Obi-Wan was right. You've changed.
The Jedi turned against me. Don't you turn against me. Anakin! If you're not with me, then you're my enemy!
Bum, bum, bum. Shake it fast. Watch yourself. Shake it fast. Show me what you're working with. Anybody remember that? That's an old school song right there. Anyways, we'll go ahead and address Anakin. He has a ton of meters. Look at that. He's got, what, 5 shields and a full bar? All right, good news for us. We have gotten a little bit gooder at our lightsabering, so the battle is going to go a little bit smoother than it would have originally. Now, you might notice I left out any force items being grabbed and slammed onto him. I highly recommend doing that, as there is a challenge-related situation, we'll call it, that says force throw the cake trolley at Anakin. So at this current time, I have not done the research to find out where the cake trolley is, but I think it's right there, honestly, that gray tray, it's like the dessert tray, right? The cart. Pretty sure that's what that was. I'll have to get clarification on that before we return for free play. All right, so up close and personal with Anakin, and he's going to take off and run again. We got to follow the old GPS waypoint marker all the way down. This scene gets pretty intense, and I love how they displayed it all. Like, even the end scene, as we know, they're not really doing the whole death thing, but they give us the impression, and it's pretty cool. Now, this right here is epic. I got to be honest. You got to walk up, and 3PO, you got to split him in part. Send his old legs down the way and step on the pressure-sensitive switch. That is awesome. Now, you can actually move around, I believe, as both. I only chose the legs at this point. I walk back, and then you can reattach or reassemble as it gives you the option, but I toggled away and went to R2, and we got our beep-boop, bobble, beep-boop on. We're going to go ahead and see the shuffle, and of course, I always recommend solving the inner ring first, and then toggling to the outside, because the inner ring moves the outside, so you don't want to mess with that. Get it, set it, and forget it, right? Isn't that what the old infomercial is? All right, into the next room we go, thanks to R2 and his trickery. You can see that Anakin is up on the front stage here and doing some work, a little bit of redecorating, we'll call it. And, ooh, a little bit of water, too. Water and electronics do not go well together, much like my Elgato and my PC do not, as it continues to sort of shimmer on us there. Now, oh, man, the new Elgato showed up. Sadly, it has not fixed the problem. I've submitted some new information, and we have new hope. And if that doesn't work, guess what? I've ordered a different brand of capture and may have to jump ship on Elgato altogether. I'm just getting tired of doing 15 attempts at a recording and only getting one video out of it. So that's got to go. It's never been that way for us. Elgato's been really good to us for almost a decade, if I'm being totally honest. The first year we used a different brand, and it did not work out well for us. Some of you might remember we lost some Lego Hobbit and Lord of the Rings free roam videos. And since then, we've got new methods and ways to prevent that from happening. But even then, stuff happens. So, all right, next, meter depleted. We're going to go ahead and need our buddy again. Yeah, so you can control the top and the bottom. But we're going to need to put them back together. So, Avengers... oh, no, wait. Wrong assemble there. We'll go ahead and get them back into one piece. Walk up to the terminal. And there's only one option for us, so it's pretty simple. Go ahead and hit the icon indicated. It should drop half the door. The other half is going to need a little bit of carvage. So pull out your favorite pumpkin carver. And no, I'm just kidding. It's not even that time of year. At least at the time of this recording, it's not. Who knows? It may be almost Halloween time when you're watching this. Who knows? It may not even be 2022 anymore. If it's later, drop a comment. Let us know. I always love seeing how many years later these videos are being watched and maybe appreciated. All right, here we go. We're back at it. He uses the Force to push us back. I'm not a big fan of that, honestly. Ooh, a spam, 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 spam. Go ahead and fill that all the way up. He actually steps back and I believe yeets himself off the ledge. We follow him. And the fun begins. This next whole segment is kind of crazy It's back and forth with the droids, as you can see here. And this was a little tricky. In fact, I did not catch on to what was supposed to happen right here. But basically, you walk up to the vent, and it just blows him off the edge. That's mind-blowing there. Drops him down below, and introducing the Bad Driver Club. That's right, these guys clearly didn't take driver's ed, unlike my boy, Reese, who actually passed and has his license to drive now. Hey, that was actually a good movie, too. Not to date myself, but that is a hilarious movie. With Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, License to Drive. Oh, that's almost in the same era as me watching the second trilogy. It's about the same time frame, back in the VHS days. Legit VHS days. All right, here we go. We've pressed the icons. We actually had to stand on both of them. I don't know if you had to toggle from one to the other or if you could just push them both with one, but we went ahead and switched up the duties. And then it swings us on over to another spamathon here. So we'll go ahead and continue to press that button, getting paid with studs until it's over. And then down below we go. So there's a couple of like these turbulent moments where it's supposed to indicate that like things are shaking and breaking. And eventually, as you might guess, it actually does. There's look at those hot metal structure pieces falling too that like sort of melt. That's pretty cool. I mean, like I said, this scene gets pretty intense, and I love how they like distributed all of the stuff. Like you get a little piece of all of it, even though it's a little different than the movies. And this part to me is kind of comical too. Like I don't know, the music on, maybe they had some like weird sound effects or something, but I may have missed out on that. But anyhow, all right, one last spamathon here. Fill that meter all the way up, and he jumps back down onto his, I guess it's like a little scooter bike thing. Luckily for us, there happens to be one of them things for us too, so we'll get our zoom on and drop down to this giant wall of handhelds. This is actually a pretty cool segment here. As you can see, Anakin's floating around on his little, whatever you want to call it, Scooty Puff Jr., we'll call it, huh? And I make my way all the way up to the first tier, and then it backs off, and it sinks down into the hot lava. Now, I'm pretty sure that old Obi-Wan did not take his lava drill today, so we'll go ahead and try to jump up, and away. So, next tier, and, you know, because it's Lego, it's generally the rule of 3, right? So we sink the second time, and you guessed it, one more time up to the top, and once we get up there, things change a wee bit. And I definitely like this version better than the TCS version. Try not to compare too much because I like both of the games. The old game was excellent for its time. This one is the same. It's excellent for its time. Technology is so much better than it was when that game was originally created, so very much love how they have put this all together. So big shout out to TT Games. And if we're giving shout outs, let's give a shout out to our guide writer, Tyler P, as well, as he's been destroying, in a good way, the guide, putting up all those mini kit and challenge locations and informations. So definitely check that out at HappyThumbsGaming.com if you have not already. And should be a link down below in the video description as well. This part's pretty cool here too. We're just sort of like following him along the hot lava, and eventually we stop, and I believe it toggles us over to, oh no, that's right, we got to jump on the old Hippa to the Hoppas. Oh, psych! Instead, he was kind enough to just pull us on over. So no Hippa, no Hoppa, just Stoppa. All right, go ahead and get up close and personal. This part was interesting because I find him sort of not responding in all times. Like there's definitely some attack moments, but I pinned him in the corner a couple times. I couldn't help but feel like Street Fighter days when you used to like get up characters pushed up against the wall and they couldn't move or do anything. Totally a cheap win mechanic, but you know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. But speaking of Hippa to the Hoppa, look at that, we get it for the droids. I don't know if we've ever seen this available before. Usually it's been a character with like, you know, a brain and stuff. Not that he doesn't have a CPU, kind of the same thing, but get on over there, hit the icon indicated on the old terminal, and I do believe this is the last meter to depleter. I guess we got one more after this. This is what I'm talking about, though. It goes so fast here. Like, I get him in the corner, and he's not even really fighting back for half of it. I definitely get that first bar gone good, and now it's R2's turn. We'll go ahead and beep, boop, bop, boop, beep, boop. Inside out, just like always. And, of course, press the icon indicated once you line them both up. And I wonder if those get hard. I wonder if there's, like, more of those, like, different levels. Or, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. You guys are probably way further than me. But All right, completed and back on the main platform with Anakin. And go ahead and one final spamathon for this level. And once we get him knocked back, I do believe the bar pops up. Yep, and now it's just we got to get rid of that health bar. Once he is defeated, it is, well, you know, time for that final cutscene, which is pretty awesome. And that's right. Psych, one more spamathon. You know, and on that note, too, how many times did we have to, quote-unquote, complete our Demeter on this level? Quite a few, but oh.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! You are the chosen one!
I hate you!
There he is.
He's still alive.
We need to save the babies.
Babies.
She's carrying twins.
Split up. They should be. My wife and I will take the girl.
And what of the boy?
To Tatooine. To his family. Send him.
Where is Padme?
Oh, I'm afraid she is no more. You did not know the strength of your own anger.
Show! Revenge of the Sith episode complete. That's right, we are moving right along with the story and feeling pretty good about it too, huh? So, first 3 movies done, first trilogy done. And of course, the proof is in the pudding right there as we got that level complete, free play, unlock. We got ourselves that Kyber break, barely into the blue though, so don't worry if you didn't get that stud status. We will be back in the free play, and we will have stud multipliers that'll make that so much easier, and we'll also focus on getting some studs rather than avoiding them as we have been. So no challenges or mini kits, however we do get a couple of characters. In fact, Anakin Skywalker Barbecue Edition, really it said charred, but I like barbecue better. We get Yellow Eyes too, he's a little bit on the uh-oh side, and then Chancellor too. Chancellor Gray Edition. What? Wasn't me. All right, Revenge of the Sith done did. We've got 24.8% unlocked, and again, we'll be back after we get through, well, some more story levels, including what's next? Episode 4, A New Hope. And I hope to see you there soon. So, hey guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for level 15, The High Ground Story. As I've mentioned a gajillion times, we'll be back soon for the free play stuff. If you're in a hurry, check out the guide at HappyThumbsGaming.com. And big shout out to Tyler again for that. As for me, though, guys, that's going to do it. As always, until next time.